Hey there, my name is Sage. Welcome to D&D Daily. Today I'm going to be talking about a setting, the Traveling City of Misfits. Founded by the champion of redemption, the Traveling City of Misfits is built on the idea that all people can live in harmony and work together towards the betterment of all. In this video, I'm going to talk about running the Traveling City of Misfits in one of your games and hopefully give you some inspiration to create a truly interesting setting. I've broken the video down into several parts. These parts are society, economy, military, history, and religion. Without further ado, let's dig into it, starting with its history. The city began as a single redemption paladin's hope to right the wrongs he brought to the world. He renounced violence and bought a single cart and began roaming. He would listen for people in need of help or a second chance and go to them, offering any aid he could. Well, some people needed a home, some people needed a protector, and some wanted to follow in his footsteps and to do what he did. Thus, he became the focal point for an ever-growing group of people. Over time, the people who were once getting help moved on to being helpers. New carts with new functions had to be purchased, and the group got big enough it could take on helping more dangerous individuals. Laws were made, oaths were taken, and criminals began being rectified. What began as a sin grew into redemption. Redemption became purpose, and purpose was shared. The small city became a shining beacon of hope for the world and grew incredibly rapidly. By the time of the original paladin's death, he had inspired hundreds of others to take up the same oaths he had. He had made the difference, and he died with a heart as light as a feather. Moving on to taking a look at the society, the Traveling City of Misfits is the epitome of a melting pot. All races are welcome, treated equally, and are given the same opportunities. The city is called the Traveling City because it's built like a caravan. Homes and shops are on wagons, and every race likes their wagons a little different. The humans like small family-sized wagons, while the orcs love massive clan-sized war wagons. The city also offers a second chance to the condemned. Normally, a group of goblins raiding travelers will be put down by a group of adventurers, but the caravan offers an alternative. Send them to the Traveling City. Once there, they will speak to one of the Redeemers, high-level paladins who act as the leaders of the city. The Redeemers will use a combination of calm emotions, zone of truth, and their channel divinity boosted persuasion to evaluate how fit they are for society. Going back to the goblins example, they can't just let them leave as they please because they choose to hurt others. So instead, they cast Geos to compel the goblins to stay. Furthermore, they will introduce the new goblins to the goblins who already live in the city to show that a different way of living is possible. The goblins get regular food and are given meaningful jobs helping the city, such as hunting, scouting, and running errands, jobs that fit a goblin's natural skills. The goblins will find that where bullying was once a part of their life, when they're here it is not allowed, so they have a safe place to live. But this evaluation was just one example. Every evaluation is personalized. No one answer works for every single creature's needs. Each creature is placed where the Redeemers feel that they have the best chance for creating a new fulfilling and productive life. This dynamic would attract and repel certain types of individuals. Protectors and victims would be drawn to the city. The protectors are given someone to protect, and the victims find a place of safety. This city would repel bullies like the plague. They would hate having to treat little creatures equally, so creatures like bugbears would be few and far between, though not non-existent. Given a choice between death and working with the small, they might grudgingly go with the flow. The city acts as a sort of gel for the world. The other cities don't have to deal with dirty criminals nor deal with the expenses of gelling them. Instead, send them to the Traveling City where they're no longer your problem anymore. You might think that the city taking in so many criminals would make it have a high crime rate, but the opposite is true. This is thanks to the thoroughness of the Redeemers. They prevent crime primarily with providing a life where crime isn't needed. Why steal when you have food already? Of course, good vibes isn't enough to stop all crime. This is where Geos comes in. People who haven't earned trust yet are put under a Geos to obey the laws. In order to have the Geos removed, the person must be evaluated under a zone of truth for compatibility and sociability. The city recuperates most who go through, but not all. Sometimes a person must be executed for the betterment of the world. These moments are always met with a heavy heart. It's not just criminals who go through the city though. Refugees go there when they no longer have a place to call home, sinners go there for a second chance, and people who want to make a genuine difference go there to find a plethora of people who need help. In short, it can be said that the city follows the same oaths as the paladin who built it, the oaths of peace, innocence, patience, and wisdom. The city is also a massive caravan, which helps a lot when it comes to its economy. The Traveling City of Misfits has a few key advantages that other cities do not, namely its diversity, its mobility, and its flexibility. Though the city is named as if it is one city, the caravan is known to split several times to go to different locations to take on different needs. In other words, the traveling city can be located in several places at any one time. This has made them the go-to deliverers of the world. If you need to guarantee your package arrives, then you pay them a fee and you can rest assured it will get there eventually. They also have some of the most unique goods on sale. They have good relations with damn near every race on the planet, so they get goods that are alien and impossible to get anywhere else. As for food, they hunt and have traveling gardens, which are wagons filled with soil and crops. Though these wagons are limited to certain regions, they do a good job of feeding the caravan. Also, any druids that have been redeemed could be a huge help with things like Goodberry and create food and water. It is also not uncommon for cities to pay the caravan to come to their city to clear out their jails, offer their goods, and to bring entertainment. The caravan will get there eventually, but these little payments help incentivize them to come sooner rather than later. As mentioned before, the caravan encourages individuals to pursue their passions in a way that's better society. This has brought artists from all different backgrounds together and has created an incredible art scene within the caravan. Music, acrobatics, painting, and so many other forms of art can be found at the caravan. Between the trade, art, and services that nowhere else can provide, the caravan is actually quite wealthy and powerful. You might not know it though, because the wealth is managed by the redeemers and their clerks towards the betterment of society and the world at large. It's never used for personal gain. Having massive wagons full of gold make it a pretty enticing target for those who want to make some easy money. Well, it would be easy if it was not for their military. The city has no standing military. It doesn't believe in war as a solution, but this does not mean that they're undefended. Far from it, actually. They have nearly every race who call this city their home. That's every race's technology, tactics, and natural abilities at their disposal. Many of the races look forward to an attack, as their bloodlust may have been tempered but not eliminated. Though even when the city is attacked, it will retaliate non-lethally and attempt to incorporate the attackers into their own ranks like they would any other criminal. The centerpiece of the city's military are the Redeemers. They are very powerful paladins who have much to protect. Though they are certainly mighty, it's hard to call them militaristic. At most, they are more like police, but in reality, they're closer to therapists. Moving on to the religion in the city is as diverse as the people. All religions are welcome so long as they don't require the laws of the city to be broken. Naturally, rivalries and squabbles occur around religion, but that's not unusual to the city. When you mix so many ways of living together, there is bound to be friction. This friction never goes past a certain line though, and that line is held vigilantly by the Redeemers. This has been our deep dive into the Traveling City of Misfits. How would you use the Traveling City of Misfits in one of your games, or what would you do to make it a lot cooler? Let us know in the comments down below. We are D&D Daily. We release new D&D content every single day, so if that's interesting to you, hit the subscribe button and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace!